what happens is, hold on, y'all. I can't do 3 things at one time. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a blessed day.
You too. I'm gonna be back over here. Guys, get the pumpkins for my baby. And I told other people around the neighborhood because they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm a mouthpiece. I swear I'm a." Tell the owner to contact Mr. White.
Mr. White?
Mr. White over at the library. He's looking for someone he's looking for pumpkins.
For what?
Pumpkins. He needs
Which
pumpkins.
library?
Over here at the Louise. What is it? Louise White Whitley. It's not far. So
you know what?
it's over at the Louise Whitley Library. What's up, Melissa? Y'all know how this goes. Okay, so on the other side of the coffee shop is a little market. Since we are in a desert, a food desert, Atlanta is a full food desert. So ask him. Yep. So ask him to call and talk to Mr. White. Mr. White is looking for, not mentally. Hey, Mama and Sunflower, how are you, baby?
My phone acted stupid.
Right, the library.
I did. We do not, sir. It's down the street on the corner.
Oh yeah, Atlanta is a food desert.
Down that street. Yes.
It's a food desert,
Not
bro.
even a half a block.
We got community gardens all over the place because it's a food desert.
I got some lady at. Okay, wait.
A food desert means that
Library.
there isn't a full grocery store. I'm good, baby. There isn't a
Here
full.
it is. On
Yes.
fire.
Yeah, it's right down the street.
Okay.
So just tell him to talk to
thank
Mr.
you.
White because he's been looking for someone who has pumpkins.
Okay.
Because he wants to buy at least 100 of them, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
tell him to talk to Mr. White.
you. ASAP.
Yes. I'm good. So they got these pumpkins, y'all. Look. These are $3.50 a pop. $3.50. And usually when you go to the store, it's like $7. So I'm gonna make sure that me and the little one are gonna come back and get them. Go get yours. I mean, I need a finder's fee. Now it's one of those things. I should ask for permission. I should. Now what was we talking? We were talking about daddy. So yeah. So my dad was in the military. My dad comes back this way. Dogma, you were saying the reality is that family shouldn't be. I really should, because that's a connect for real. I'm gonna talk to them. Maybe they'll give me something for free. Yeah, thank you so much. Had to happen. So a food desert is a place where grocery stores aren't found within like grocery stores aren't found within a 3 to 5 mile radius. So because of that, people are without access to food, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. Yep, most of the black areas are like this. Detroit is like this. I know that hands down. I used to live in the Detroit area. Yep. So that's what a food desert is. Then Savannah's keeping me on track. Then I was talking about what military families, before y'all came in, military families, dog was saying that military personnel shouldn't have families. The reason why they have families is the same reason they have before they go to WAR, right? The reason why they have special meals, the crab and lobster meals. Whenever you see a soldier bragging about lobster, king crab legs, and steaks, that's their final meal. So the government wants to try to make sure that they enjoy their final meal because they're about to go to war. WAR. Right? And the reason why they have families is to help them keep the morale and the morality, because they're going to need a cushion and a place to unload their mental space. Having families around, and this does contribute to family trauma, having a family around helps to keep moral status, gives them a reason to fight, gives them a reason to move forward in their lives. This is also a lot of reasons why many people who are military soldiers are choosing and speak out, because it is detrimental not just to themselves, but it affects their families too. To understand and to be programmed to think, hey, my parents, in my case, my dad is going off to overseas to fight for the United States of America, right? It's supposed to create this synergy of patriotism, but it really doesn't, right? Because when they come back, a lot of times when they come back, they are not the same people at all. And this is why it's like, for me, like, veterans are so important. They are not the same people, and they have laid down their lives for a country that don't give 2 cents about them. And y'all know what I really want to say, right? And they struggle. So their work ethics, and a lot of times my parents' marriage lasts about 21 years. They were married for 21 years. But I can tell you the last 6 were very hard, because my dad was coming in the military, because he had been gone so long. So let's look at the military like this, and I'm gonna get to y'all's comments because I see them. When you are in the military, it's a whole nother world. It's a completely different system. When you are in the military, it's a whole nother world. It's a completely different system. Completely. For the families and for that person that's in the military. They have a purpose, they have a job, and the job is given to them. So they are literally like machines. That's what they are. They are machines, because they have a specific job that they are skilled at, and they do it with precision, and they are a master of that craft. Now, when you get out of the military, it's just like going to prison. I'm so serious. When you get out of the military, it's literally like coming out of prison, because now that you have come out, those same skill sets and those same jobs that you once had in the military, they don't technically exist outside of the military. So for a military personnel to actually get a job, a real job, is challenging, because one, they don't have the connects like they once had when they were in the military. The friends that they have, they all have this separate life. And so they can't really obtain a consistent life in some way, shape, or form, because they are never in a place long enough. For many, they're never in the same place long enough, so they don't have these networking opportunities, so they can have a job when they get out. So they're stuck. They're literally stuck with an amazing skill that doesn't apply to civilian life. And so that's what happened with my dad. My dad, when he came out, one, he didn't really know us, and we technically didn't really know him. So the family dynamic wasn't like sufficient, right? That's one. He didn't know the community, because we all didn't know the community, because we were so used to being a part of the USO and the military family communities. This was our livelihood. And now we're in this whole space where we don't know nobody collectively. And we're all going through these changes. And now my dad and my mom having their little tussle, because my mom was so used to being the lead of the house, making sure everything was doing specific things. She was the leader, right? And so you have that dynamic and that clash, because now my dad doesn't know how to fit inside of this family more, because he didn't have a real opportunity to cultivate the family. So this is what happens in the military families. And so the divorce rate for a lot of military, you might get 20 something years, but that relationship is going to dissolve because you didn't have enough. Those 21 years weren't truly cultivated because most of those years were taken away by the military. All right, so know your history with him. If your dad treated you wrong, was there a specific reason you decided to take care of him? My dad did treat me wrong. There's no question about it. My daddy did treat me wrong. My daddy treated me and my mom and my dad wrong. Gosh, that's a really good question, Sarah. One, I do it for my son. Last one. I do it for my son because my son needs to know a grandparent. Right? And because all of his other grandparents are no longer here. My dad's the last one. So I do it for my son so they can have a bond. Because a lot of times the way that parents treat their children is the same that they would treat their kids. My son is the only grandchild that my dad has actually spent time with. His only biological grandchild. And the two of them together is, but I primarily do it for my son. Then I do it for myself because, like I said earlier, it's clear that I have daddy issues. And the only person that can fix those daddy issues is my daddy, right? And being in his presence, I now can see clearly why I chose the men that I chose in the past. I can see clearly why I felt like I needed to be a people pleaser. I see that so clear. Because my dad, even though he can't give me the answers verbally, he's giving me the answers that I need internally, especially doing the things that I do on this page as my business. I can't tell y'all, like, the reason why you having money problems is because you don't have a good relationship with your dad, right? I can't tell y'all that and not really work on the issues that I need to fix with my own father, right? So when I tell y'all that, I swear to God, I'm telling it to myself, right? I'm saying this to myself because now I see. And I'm not the 12-year-old, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girl who was brokenhearted. I'm no longer her because I see it. Like, oh, that's why my dad is that kind of man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I have the opportunity to go back to my place of origin. And I'm taking that opportunity because I don't want my son to be the younger version of my dad. Two, I don't want to continue to allow the younger version of my dad to be my standard of men that I choose. I hope that answers that question. You're welcome. Had to happen. Then they get out and the military gives them zero mental health. Like, they got to fight for that mental health services. I can't eye roll. Yeah. The military have been a Marine wife. I concur. Yes. You know, Katrina, and then they don't pay y'all. The military don't get paid a lot, y'all. I'm gonna just let y'all know that. Military don't get paid enough. They don't get paid enough. My dad made, I think, $24,000 a month, a year. I mean, in the 80s, that was decent, but it still wasn't enough. We were still right above poverty, like slightly above poverty, where they put it where you're just over the hump where you can't get snaps, you can't get food stamps, you can't get food stamps, and you can't get governmental assistance. They just put you right above poverty. And then you don't want to live in military housing, because a lot of times military housing isn't that great. It wasn't him. A part of you could feel that. Yes, it had to happen. Yes, it wasn't him. A part of me could feel that. I think that's what you were trying to say. Are you worried that your father is going to traumatize your son? Every day, and I stop him. And that's been my stance, which is good. When I see that my dad is doing something that he used to do to me, I shut it down. And I pull my baby away and like, nope, we're not doing that. And I tell him, because I'm the parent, and my dad respects it, my dad respects it, because like even when my son cries, he's like, no, you gotta be a big boy. And I say, no, he doesn't have to be a big boy. He has the ability to cry. I want him to feel his feelings, because if he doesn't feel his feelings, then he's gonna end up like a machine. And because he lives up like a machine, he'll end up like you, emotionally attached to anything and everyone. So it gives me the opportunity to share with my dad what I've learned. Heals the younger version of me, where I don't feel like, oh, I need to keep my mouth shut because it's my dad. No, it corrects everything from all generations. Like, you can't talk to him that way, because that's how you were raised. But how you were raised, you came out like this, and that's not good. You came out like this, and this, because you came out like this, you can articulate how you felt about your family when it came down to us, and instead you tucked tail and you ran. I give it to my dad straight, in a loving way, but I still give it to him straight. Like, no, you're not going to do that to him. So I'm always the buffer. It's annoying, but it's good for me as a younger version of myself, that if I can practice standing up for myself and standing up for my son, it gives me that emotional development that I should have got when I was a little girl. And I allow my son to express his emotions to my dad. He sees fit as well. And he deals with it. It's weird, but that's what we're doing. But I thought we are enabled to heal. What's up, Super J? But I thought we are enabled to heal where we were broken. Melissa, I don't know if you're still here, but I thought we were enabled to heal where we were broken. Melissa, can you rewrite that? Because I don't understand. Pay them no mind. Think about the origin of the when they were drafted. Yes. Pay them no mind. Think about the origin of the when they were drafting. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch up on the comments, but I'm really trying to put them all together. Pay them no mind. Think about the origin of the when they drafted. Or had to happen. Can you elaborate some more, please? I'm so sorry. I apologize. Yes, I am standing up for the younger version of myself, and that's important. Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm being honest, y'all. Okay, this is straight honesty from NaKeesha. The doctors only gave my dad a year to live. That's what I'm working with. The Doctors only gave my dad a year. That's it. We've been here 6 months. So this is my opportunity to actively heal. And that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it the same way when I lost mom. Not saying that I'm hoping my dad is okay. I swear to God, because he's my dad. I swear to God. I mean, that's my dad. Even though he's still my father, right? And I'm still his little girl in my mind, you know, and even in his mind, we still have that bond of the 7-year-old version of me. That bond is still there. But I also know that when it comes down to my dad, he literally is just a product of his environment. My uncle came to visit, and they were sharing me stories with my dad. My dad is a 11-year-old version of himself, because they used to abuse my dad into submission because he was the baby, he was the son. So he didn't have words, he didn't have ways to express himself, because the moment he started to express himself, they would tell him, "Boy, man up, be quiet, do what we say." And it's been the understanding between them. So when I'm doing these things with my son in front of my dad is one wishing he had that kind of version of his life in that way. My dad desires that someone would have came to him and treated him with the respect that I give to Nova. He wished someone would have stood up on his behalf. And I see it by his reaction. I also have clear understanding of why my dad treated my brother the way he treated my brother, right? This is where your understanding comes into place as an adult, where you truly see that people love you from what they have been taught, and your parents love you from what they have been shown. And if they didn't actively put an effort into changing that, then what you get is them mimicking what has been given to them when they were children. Right? And so me looking at my dad in this capacity, he's only loving from the point of his love capacity. This is as much love as he can give, because that's all the love he knows. So I'm actively changing that perspective in him. Yeah. I think they meant mind. Oh, okay. Let me see it again. Hey, boo. What, man? How are you? We having a real come to Jesus meeting today. We talking about the love walk. You're I always try to share that, you know, forgiveness is acceptance, right? And you and I, we've been talking. So me and Something Sweet has been talking, because she's going through a love walk with her parents. And so love is not easy when the loved one is passing away, right? And if you have a loved one that is passing away,
and thank you. So we're waiting for a word back.
oh, cool.
So thank you, sweetie.
Oh, my peoples was like, can I get a finder's fee? My friends, they were like, can you get a finder's fee? Like me. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? I did it, y'all. I did it. Don't tempt me with a good time. For those who are coming in, I just made a community connection for them to sell their pumpkin here to the people over at the library, not far from here. But yeah, back to what I was saying. The love walk is real, right? So me having this moment, because that's how I'm looking at it, I have to look at it for what it is a moment with my dad. My prayer is that my dad lives past the year that the doctors gave him. That's my prayer. My prayer is definitely that my dad lives past the year that the doctors gave him. My prayer is that he lives longer, but I don't want his life to be hard, you know. I don't want the quality of his life to be bad, right? But in the same breath, I'm actively ensuring that I live past this as well. Because when you are in caregiving mode, it takes a lot out of you. And I already told my dad, I got 6 gray hairs since I've been here, right? So I'm actively doing what I can because I have to stay here for myself and that little one. So I have to have balance. And the love we had a come to Jesus moment last night, and it hurt so deep. She realized no one is here for me. Exactly. That part. That's the reality. That if I was not here, the family that my father, and I've been very honest with y'all, I'm not gonna lie, right? If I wasn't here, the family that my father chose outside of us, like my personal family that he created, that family has already neglected him and has been neglecting him since he's been sick. That's just what it is. And he's called several times, they have not helped him. They're here in the city. They are here in this city. I haven't seen them yet. We've been here 6 months. I have not seen them yet. And so it sucks. It sucks ass. It sucks. Because in some regards, as a human, because I'm human, as a human, it sucks because my dad chose this family outside of us. And he gave them his best years, and he's given them everything our family should have gotten. His military benefits goes to them. All the military stuff, he bought a house with them when my mom begged my dad for a house, and he's like, you don't deserve one, right? They are putting church functions over her. Right, they need to, and that's the thing. But see, the thing is, because you and I are very similar in a lot of ways. The only thing that's different is your mom. Your mom, we talk. Your mom made a choice to love y'all. So because she made that choice, they should be rocking with you and her. But people are funny. Especially when it comes down to knowing that their loved one is not going to be here. People start getting scared, and they don't use that scared energy to move forward. People get to the point where guilt sets in. Like, and that's the thing that concerns me the most, is that the idea of guilt and shame stops people from being actively involved.